Right now at 6, the first of a 1-2 punch of winter storms is hitting the La Crosse area now. We have the latest on what you should expect to see overnight. And voting still underway for Wisconsin's spring primary. There's still time to get out and make your voice heard.
You're watching WKDT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski. We'll, of course, dive into today's election coverage, but first, we'll send it over to our First Warn Weather Center with Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl for a latest on that first punch of that two-punch system.
Yeah, round one is here, kind of the appetizer, so to speak, not the main course yet. That doesn't arrive until later tomorrow into tomorrow night. But I wanted to start with a kind of a national view, and this thing looks like a Christmas tree. Look at all of the headlines from the West Coast to the East Coast, and a lot of these are winter storm warnings, even some blizzard warnings just west of the Twin Cities and I-35 there, and even an ice storm warning south of our viewing area, south of Prairie du Chien, where a wintry mix will come into play tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. So it's a winter wonderland again. We've been kind of short on snow this month. We had that quick burst on Monday of a snow shower, but boy, that's going to change. That scene is going to change big time over the next 48 hours. Now we've got mainly light snow, a few pockets of moderate snow though, where you see those darker blues, a little pocket of moderate snow between Winona and Rushford and La Crosse. So that's definitely starting to impact travel across the region. Keep that in mind if you have yet to head home from your location at work, etc. But more moisture to the west, and that's going to feed these snow bands overnight. Current temperatures, teens to the north and west, low to mid 20s elsewhere. So pretty cold in terms of creating a kind of a drier, fluffy snow. A little breezy, so it might blow around just a little bit, especially on the ridge tops and the open areas. Those temperatures will actually remain steady or even rise a few degrees overnight. Lows in La Crosse, where we sit right now, at about 22 degrees. So a couple of inches tonight. I'll have all the details on what to expect in terms of amounts tonight, and with that second wave later tomorrow into Thursday with my 8-day forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill. Back on the news side of things, it kind of rolls right into the weather discussion. Because of the snowfall, the city of La Crosse is now declaring a snow emergency. And this means alternate side parking will be in effect starting now. On odd-numbered calendar days, park overnight on the side of streets with odd-numbered addresses. On even-numbered days, park on the even side of streets. And this emergency is set to expire on Friday, but could be extended by the city if needed. In the meantime, crews at Xcel Energy are gearing up for the snow. As they prepare for power outages in our area, they are sharing some reminders. Stay clear of any downed power lines and keep natural gas meters clear. If the power indeed goes out, notify Xcel Energy at that number on your screen. Well, today is the primary for Wisconsin's spring election. Polls are open right now and will stay open until 8 p.m., so there's still plenty of time to get out and vote. If you're registered, you just need an ID to vote. You can register at the polls as long as you have some proof of residence. On one race in every Wisconsinite's ballot today, that'll be for the spot on the state Supreme Court. Today's primary will be whittling down the 4 current candidates you see on your screen there to 2 candidates who will then face off head-to-head in the spring election in April. Today's primary for the La Crosse School Board will narrow down the 9 candidates running to 8 candidates after tonight's results. There are 4 open seats on the board. And voters on the north side of La Crosse will be selecting who they want to nominate for District 2's City Council position. The spot currently held by Scott Newmeister, who's running for one of those school board seats. His term expires from City Council this April. The spring primary is a big day for Wisconsin clerks and election workers, of course. Our own Emily Haugen is live at Black River Beach Community Center, where voters are making their voices heard. Good evening, Emily.
Ken, spring primaries do historically have a pretty low turnout. Last year in La Crosse County, it was about a 16% turnout, but that doesn't make those races any less important. So I'm here with Jenny Dankmeyer, La Crosse County Clerk, to talk about that. How are you, Jenny?
Good.
Awesome. So this is the first election of 2023 for y'all. How does this prepare you and election workers for the rest of the year?
This is a good practice election for us. It's been 3 months since we had the November election, so poll workers are going to refresh themselves on the duties of working the polls, if there's any law changes, any rules, any things that change at the polling places, so we can prepare ourselves for April, which we expect to be a much higher and busier election. So it's just a good practice election for us to get ready.
Yeah, good to have that. So turnout-wise, what are we seeing so far this year compared to last year?
Yeah, the polls are definitely busier than what we expected. We typically don't see much higher than a 20% turnout for a primary. I think with the political climate, people got out and they voted today. So I wouldn't be surprised if La Crosse County seen upwards of a 25% turnout for this primary today.
Wow, that's a big jump compared to last year.
That is a big jump. We're excited to see what the final numbers are tonight.
All right, cool. So either way, elections that are regional or local, they turn out fewer voters than most, like we were talking about. Why should people still pay attention to these sort of races?
These elections really affect your local stuff. It affects your roads, affects your water. Today there's a primary for the La Crosse School Board. 8 of those 9 candidates will move on to April. So, those are the people that then will be elected to the school board, and they make the decisions on schools being closed or schools not being year-round. And this affects your roads. It affects things that is in your immediate life as much as the state or federal contests don't affect your immediate life so much.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Jenny. Okay, so there's still time to head out to the polls, make your voice heard. They're open until 8, and if you're going to vote, make sure you bring an ID and you can register there. Bring a proof of residence. Live at Black River Beach Neighborhood Center, this is Emily Haugen. Back to you, Ken.
All right, thanks very much, Emily. You can find more information about where you can vote and what's on the ballot at myvote.wi.gov. Really good resource for all voters out there. La Crosse has cracked a national top 10 ranking in affordable housing. The La Crosse, Onalaska area ranks number 10 on the list of most affordable housing markets in the country. It's according to a report from the Wall Street Journal and Realtor.com. Now, the Journal's index looks at both real estate and non-housing indicators such as supply and demand, unemployment, and property taxes. The 2 biggest factors the index takes into consideration are real estate markets and economic health. La Crosse Area Realtors Association's president says consistency is the key to achieving affordable housing.
We're fortunate enough in the La Crosse market and surrounding markets or in the Midwest that we don't necessarily experience the high highs and the low lows that you see on the East Coast, West Coast. We hold pretty steady, I think, throughout the year.
Little technical difficulties with Mr. Olson's soundbite there. Apologies. Now, the list is based off data from the U.S. Census Bureau, and the data examined the 300 most populous areas and identified the top emerging housing markets in America. Top 3 markets were all cities in Indiana. Meanwhile, New York City sitting in last place. Speaking of affordable housing, the director for Great Rivers Hub presented to White House cabinet officials on how her organization is putting pandemic relief dollars to good use. In this case, Lindsay Pearl says the Hub program has been addressing health inequities across the community. She says Great Rivers United Way has been using their ARPA dollars to build a community health worker workforce who help connect community members wherever they may be to healthcare resources.
Anybody who's had maybe lived experience, again, is from community and is passionate about helping their community members connect, navigate resources, and improve their health.
She says they're different from a case manager, social worker, or nurse. They're actually going into homes and meeting the community where they're at. She says her organization will be using the next few months to assess the public needs, since the Biden administration will be ending the public health emergency designation this year. The city of La Crosse is asking for the public's input on its plans to adjust its action plan. The city wants public comments on the plan to expand community block grant programs that invest in affordable housing. The adjusted plans include using over $1 million of federal pandemic relief money to develop more affordable housing units, as well as supportive services. The city will hold a public hearing tomorrow at 3 p.m. during the Economic and Community Development Commission meeting. People can attend in person or by Zoom. The public comment period runs through March 6th. We've got the Zoom link and the site to submit public comments on news8000.com. Still ahead, a piece of La Crosse's art history was hiding behind some wallpaper. We get a look at what was found at the Rivoli Theater near their antique photo booth. And bonding with bugs. State Road Elementary School kids got the chance to meet some friendly roaches.
What fireplace have you always envisioned in your home? Let La Crosse Fireplace Company turn your empty space into something beautiful. We'll design more than just your heat and glow fireplace. We'll help you pick out the perfect stone, mantle, and hearth, making your heat and glow fireplace the vision you've always dreamed of. Isn't it time you've got the space you've always wanted? Visit our showroom or call La Crosse Fireplace Company to get started. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
Nobody thinks about their sewer or drain until it's too late, and oftentimes, problems that do arise can cause major damage to your home, property, and your family's health. Why not treat your plumbing right and choose Maxwell White? For just $99, we'll perform a camera inspection of your drain. looking for any potential problems that may arise in the future. So don't wait until you're in over your head. Call the fast, reliable professionals at Maxwell White.
Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside.
Let us take care of you. With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Hey, think fast. You gotta think fast during tournament time at Osseo Automotive because the great deals won't be on the court for long.
Find new roads at Nels Gunderson Chevrolet. Everything from Silverados to Camaro convertibles ready for immediate delivery. Get discounts up to $5,500 and rates as low as 2.9%. Osseo Automotive is Osseo Ford and Nels Gunderson Chevrolet in Osseo, Rudy's in Whitehall, and Fountain City Ford.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
An over 100-year-old La Crosse theater is holding a lot of secrets, and its new owners are just starting to discover them. Take a look at the mural uncovered at the Rivoli. The theater changed hands recently. New owners have been hard at work restoring some of the space's charms, and that painting was hiding behind some wallpaper near the old booth. Well, here's something you don't see every day. Elementary school students at State Road bonding with some bugs. Biology students at Viterbo University brought over some classic roly-polies and the more exotic Bess beetles and Madagascar hissing cockroaches. It's all part of the after-school science program called STEAM. It's where students will learn skills in subjects ranging from science to art. Even though today's activities were a little creepy-crawly, it didn't stop kids from enjoying the main event, the cockroach races.
They're very entertaining, actually. I'm glad different lanes had different winners. That was interesting, so it wasn't always the same. And we tried to mix up the roaches, so we had more chances to see different winners.
Students helped their cockroaches accelerate along by lightly brushing their backs or by blowing on them. They are braver than I am, for sure. Still ahead with this week's winter storm, Minnesota's governor is declaring an emergency. Many around the Twin Cities are stocking up on food and gas as they expect well over a foot of snow.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grawl. Round one is upon us. Light snow falling in La Crosse right now. Get used to this scene. I'll have my 8-day forecast coming up next.
Here at the Y, we offer more than just a job. We offer the chance to make a difference in a fun, flexible environment where our mission and core values drive every decision we make. Join us in this amazing work. For specific positions and details, visit our website.
In the Northland, the future belongs to everyone. So we created the all-time best-selling SUV for everyone, Ford Explorer. With an available 3-liter EcoBoost V6 engine that delivers 400 horsepower in one stylish package. Because the SUV of the future is made for the Northland. Ford Explorer. Drive one today. Now get 0% financing for 36 months on Ford Explorer, Edge, and Escape. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
At Schwebel Getz & Sieben, our most important value is our commitment to our clients.
I chose Schwebel Getz & Sieben because they took the worry off my shoulders.
Because they paid attention to me and they took care of us.
I felt right away that I could trust them and that they were people that actually cared.
When I reached out to Schwebel Getz & Sieben, immediately they made me feel that I was in good hands.
Representing accident victims for over 40 years, Schwebel Getz & Sieben.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's spring workwear event is going on now, featuring rugged, name-brand workwear and footwear at unbeatable prices. Right now, earn $25 in Carhartt bucks when you spend $125 on Carhartt gear. All work and sport boots are 40% off. Men's Rustler jeans are $17.99. Rewards members save an extra $1. And men's work and sport pocket tees, buy one, get one free. Plus, get Blaine's best price promise. The guaranteed lowest price or we'll match it.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Here at the Y, we offer more than just a job. Experience the personal satisfaction that comes from nurturing the potential of youth and teens, improving our community's health and well-being, and providing support to our neighbors. Join us in this amazing work.
Well, welcome back. A quick review of those winter weather headlines. Again, winter storm warnings for the bulk of our neck of the woods. Blizzard warnings west of Interstate 35 in the Twin Cities, and even an ice storm warning south of Prairie du Chien, where a wintry mix will come into play, especially later tomorrow into tomorrow night, at least part of that. Now, key points and details to take away. Again, we're looking at 2 rounds. We've been talking about this since late last week. The first one is here. Light to moderate snow tonight. Could see a heavier band set up, especially north and west of La Crosse. Snowfall totals tonight anywhere from an inch far south to as much as 6 inches plus to the north and west. It's going to be kind of a lighter, fluffier snow. Impacts to the roads as we speak, and also the Wednesday morning commutes. Keep that in mind. Now, later tomorrow, especially tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night into Thursday morning. That's when round 2 and the more significant of the 2 arrives, with moderate to heavy snow at times, maybe that wintry mix far south. And look at this. We could see another 6 to 12 inches plus of snowfall on top of what falls tonight. Windy as well. That could cause some blowing and drifting snow. And that's why there's a concern for power outage as well. If the trees get a lot of snow on their branches and they start blowing around like we saw earlier this season, we could see some tree branch damage as well. Now, significant travel impacts is a done deal, and road closures not completely out of the question, especially to the north and west, where I'm expecting the heaviest snow to fall. But we're all going to see some pretty good amounts. So radar is lit up as we speak with mainly light snow, but where you see these darker blues, some pockets of moderate snow moving through as well. And again, with temperatures pretty cold, this snow is quickly accumulating on roads and sidewalks and parking lots. So use caution out there. And there's plenty of moisture out to the west as well as round 1 comes through tonight. And here's all the energy starting to organize for round 2 for tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. So Sky Tracker shows those periods of snow tonight kind of tapers a bit late tonight into tomorrow morning for the morning commute, but roads will still be slick, and much of tomorrow morning could be pretty quiet before we ramp up round 2 by lunchtime or shortly thereafter. And then look at the bands of heavier snow tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. Wednesday evening's commute is going to be a tough one for sure. And then even into the overnight and Thursday morning, still some pockets of heavy snow. So Thursday morning's commute also going to be a tough one. But it gets out of here pretty quickly by about mid-morning, and then just some snow showers or flurries for Thursday afternoon. Now, how much? Round 1, as we speak, starting up. About 2 to 4 inches around the La Crosse area, but there are indications that we may see some isolated 5-inch totals in these areas, but the best chance for that higher swath of snow between Interstate 90 and 94, 4 to 7 inches plus there. That is only round 1. Now, if you count tonight's snow and all the way through Thursday, we're looking at 1 foot to 1.5 feet or more in these purple shaded areas. So there's going to be a wide area. There still could be some adjustment on exactly where that heaviest swath sets up, but there could be spots in this purple shaded area over 20 inches of snow. And then right near and south of La Crosse, 6 inches to 1 foot, and then lower totals as you head to the south, especially where that wintry mix comes into play. Quick check of CityCam showing snow falling in downtown La Crosse, 22 degrees, and same with Eau Claire, 16 degrees, and those roads are starting to become snow covered. In fact, already completely covered just north and west of La Crosse, otherwise partially covered for the rest of us. So use caution if you're going to be out and about this evening. 22 degrees for the overnight, periods of snow and a bit breezy. That's actually our current temperature. We'll see the temps rise a few degrees overnight. A little bit of a lull in the morning, then that second round by afternoon and into tomorrow night, and that's when the snow becomes heavier, maybe that mix to the south. The snow tapers Thursday morning, a high of 25. Colder but dry on Friday, a high of 18. Little shot at some light snow showers Friday night. And then dry for the weekend, back in the 30s. And then, dare I say, mainly rain showers perhaps on Monday with highs close to 40. So, boy, interesting storm to say the least with this multiple round event. And a lot of snow is going to be piling up across the region. So kind of hunker down and watch it snow. That's the best way to go about it.
Take the advice from Bill. There we go. And with Bill's maps, you saw a lot of purple in the middle swath of the state of Minnesota. Well, Minnesota's governor has declared a state of emergency for this incoming storm. Governor Walz's executive order will bring National Guard help to the hardest hit areas of the state. The extra resources will help those who may lose power, get stranded in cars, and give local emergency responders some backup as well. Minnesotans have been preparing to hunker down while the snow falls. Kirsten Mitchell spoke to people in the Twin Cities who are hitting up some grocery stores and gas stations.
Do you like the snow?
Yep.
The snow on the way made for a busy day at Center's Liquor and Supermarket. As people stock up,
I want to stay inside. I'm trying to get everything to stay inside.
To hunker down.
We watch Wakanda a lot. Different movies. We like to snuggle, popcorn, snacks.
I did think maybe I should get some extra wine or, I don't know, some black beans. Just in case, it might be 3 or 4 days.
We also need people to do pre-planning so that they are prepared to be able to stay in place for maybe a couple of days, even through the weekend is a possibility here.
Make sure you have enough medication. In case the power goes out, have an alternative heat source, batteries, flashlights, and a weather radio.
I was getting kind of low, so I was like, better fill up.
Jeff Watson had the right idea, filling up his gas tank ahead of the storm.
Rather be safe than not be able to show up because he got in an accident.
In your car, have jumper cables, a shovel, cell phone charger, and plenty of extra warm clothing.
I'm filling up the car. I got groceries being delivered, and my husband's getting gas for the snowblower.
Jenny Bowers, a teacher in Minneapolis, hoping for a snow day.
I just want to see what happens, and we'll be prepared. I can stay home and watch lots of Netflix.
Love that plan. Coming up next in sports, a big night for our high school athletes. The girls basketball postseason tipping off tonight, and so are the hockey playoffs. Big game going on right now at the Omni Center. Rob has a preview of all the action coming up next.
Visit the Early Bird Home Show, going on now at the Ford Store Home Improvements. Lowest prices of the year on your 2023 project. Windows, bathrooms, and more.
We're starting the new year with our biggest sale of the year at Interior Designs Holman. All our carpets are on sale, so you'll save money and get more for free. Free measuring and estimating at your home. Free furniture moving, even that heavy couch and king-size bed. Free removal of your old carpet and padding, and we'll recycle it. Free life of carpet labor warranty for as long as you own the carpet. All at the lowest prices of the year and 12 months no interest financing. Save money and get more for free during the biggest carpet sale of the year, going on now at Interior Designs Holman.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. Find new experiences. Find new roads. Get 2.99% financing for 5 years on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $1,250 cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $3,250 total cash allowance.
Courage. The ability to triumph over your fears. Being scared, but trusting yourself to go for it anyway. The willingness to step out of your comfort zone, no matter the consequence. Daring to do what others around you won't. It takes courage to put the best of yourself on the line. Find your courage.
Us. This isn't us. Is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other? And when our phones have turned us into this? LT, what do you do when you're a company that sells them?
We gotta fix this.
It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes.
Feels good.
And let's find us again. U.S. Cellular. Built for us.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
Bring on the postseason. The playoffs are finally here, and it's hard to find a more exciting week than this one, especially for high school sports. Wrestlers from around the state are gearing up for a trip to Madison later this week, and tonight the girls tip off the playoffs in high school hoops. But we're going to start tonight on the ice. The postseason beginning for a few of our area hockey teams. The big one at the Omni Center is already underway. Cooley Region girls skating against Black River Falls. The Cyclones took down Western Wisconsin last Thursday to get to this point. Black River Falls upset Chippewa Falls the same night. Should be a good one in Onalaska. The Black River Falls boys are in action as well. They're at home hosting the Altoona Co-op, and the Viroqua girls hockey team will also be looking for a win tonight against Rock County. All these highlights plus much more coming up at 10. Now it's time for my favorite segment of the week, Play of the Week. It's our chance to put the spotlight on some of the athletes throughout the Cooley region. Let's check out those nominees. Number 1, I've been dabbling with the weights myself for about 15 years, but I got absolutely nothing on Holman's Hayden Brennan, the junior, deadlifting 585 pounds last Saturday. Then check this out, Brennan nails the backflip. Unbelievable, he took first place, 1270 total. Number 2, let's go to the Ice Coulee Region Cyclones, getting a big win Thursday, thanks in large part to Diana Hansen, 27 saves on the night. Cyclones get the win. Hardwood, a couple of rim rockers. Number 3, Thomas Tom Hesse with the slam. T-Wolves take down Aquinas for the second time. Then at number 4, Spring Grove's Tyson Grindy, two-handed flush. Lions unstoppable this year. And last but not least, one of the biggest wins of the season happened last Tuesday night at Blair Taylor. The Alma Center Lincoln girls handing the Wildcats their first loss of the season as the Hornets come out victorious in this one, 67-65 in overtime. An incredible win for Coach Schulte's girls last week. Some great plays and moments this week. To vote for your favorite, just go to news8000.com/vote, and we'll have the results at 10. That's going to do it for sports.
Hi, I'm Ben Phillips, President and CEO of Phillips Outdoor Services. Great companies are made up of great people. We work hard to create a culture that people want to be a part of.
What makes Phillips unique to me is that I never come into work feeling like a number. Ben, Brianna, Tyler, everybody in the office, they really just make coming in every day enjoyable, and I think that's really important.
Hi, I'm Rick Teska, CEO of Strive Medicare and author of this book, The Medicare Breakdown, the Alphabet Soup of Medicare. We talk to people every day who are overwhelmed and confused by Medicare. So I've taken 40 years of experience and questions and laid it all out in simple to easy to understand terms in the Medicare Breakdown that you can get for free at going to strivemedicare.com/book or call us at 608-784-8969 or stop by our office and get your copy today.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend, haul, or tow. Just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you.
Now get 2.9% financing for 60 months plus $3,500 in total savings on a Ford F-150 XLT only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Well, in a way, I'm glad this is here. I'm kind of getting sick of talking about this approaching storm, but this is round 1. Light to moderate snow falling across the region where you see those darker blues. That's where there's some pockets of moderate snow. And again, it's cold enough that this snow is quickly accumulating on the concrete surfaces. So watch those roads this evening and overnight and for that morning commute tomorrow. Temperatures actually rise a few degrees overnight. We'll get a little bit of a lull tomorrow morning, then a stronger wave. Round 2 comes tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night into Thursday morning. A lot more snow with that one and a wintry mix far south. And that's why alert days in play through Thursday.
All right, and still an hour and a half to get your votes in here on primary day. And if you're going to an athletic event, drive safely out there. Yeah. We'll see you at 10.